Morning all, tcDetects back out again on that field behind me today with the Legend. These are the fields that have been on for the last couple of weekends because farmers getting some fields prepared for spring crops. So I've got a window of opportunity to get on, so here we are again, see what we find today. Lots of medieval and Roman history in the area. I've not really found a lot of Roman here. I've found plenty of medieval, so we hope for some of that today, see how we get on. As I said, last few weekends I've been on here, so this video is a compilation video of all of those clips. So if you see my hat changing on my t-shirt or anything like that, it's not because I'm doing that in the middle of the day in a field. It's because this is footage from more than one trip. Right then, let's crack on, see what we find today. Thank you as always for watching, and hey, if you don't already subscribe to tcDetects, then why not give it a subscribe? It is completely free. Right, off we go to the fields, see what we find. So we've walked away from the car, yeah, up here now, heading into this bit, which hasn't been ploughed, should make it slightly easier, although it has obviously had machinery over it to get the, I think it might have been turnips. There's debris around. Anyway, whatever the winter crop was, has been taken off and lifted from here. So I'm heading to that tree line over there. I've had the first find of note. I say of note, I mean a button, obviously. But a few bits of alley as I've been walking up. But here we have the first find, which is a 4-hole button. I'm running the Legend in field, 2-notched out, using M3 at the minute, which is meant to be good for sort of waterlogged and wet ground. It's not actually that wet, so I might move to M2 at some point. And I'm still running the previous version of the software. I've not moved to 1.11. I've not moved there yet because I'm not seeing a lot that says it's got a massive advantage, and bottle top rejection isn't something I'm particularly worried about, so I'll keep it on where I am for now until I see something that makes me want to change it. Right, let's see what we find next. Thought when I saw the shape of this one that we had a thimble scenario, copper one, but although the shape is right and the size is more or less right, it's got this base on it, which I'm not sure. Obviously it's not a thimble, too heavy as well. Seems solid, but I'm not sure what that was for. Don't think there's any particular age to it, but if you think different, please let me know in the comments. So this one was interesting, just from down there, about a couple of inches down. When I flicked it out, it looked like just a piece of foil or a piece of alley, but then I cleaned it off and disappeared. I'm not sure camera's picking that up, but it says Luxembourg Trial Intermediate A. Bennett 1989. No age to it really, but I've no idea what A. Bennett was intermediate in. I've literally no idea. I'm in the middle of a field, not too far from Selby. Wonder what that was, and why the Luxembourg trial would be in Selby. Interesting. I may Google that later. I'll ask the farmer, see if he's got any clue. Yeah, interesting, if not old. Next up in the 30s was this little oval circle, which I didn't initially think was much more than a piece of scrap, till I noticed a little indentation on the top here, suggesting that maybe that was a key. The top of the key had literally a medieval casket key off that field there that's currently in crop. Maybe. I don't think it's always medieval, obviously, but maybe the top of a key. And the next one is just here. Just see it poking out, looking green. Not quite surface fine. Flicked a clod off the top of it with my foot, but pretty close to the surface in this little dip where they've been ploughing. Whatever it is, it's quite big. Is that a coin? A really crusty coin? I don't want to pull. Oh, it's got a hole in the middle. Is that a button? big green round circle thing with a looks like a hole in the middle. Somewhere here. It was about 90. It was really clear and solid and not too far from the surface. I can see something around there. Our first. No, we haven't got our first coin. What a ridiculous thing to say on the tcDetects video. We have our first button of the day. Some age to it. Shank broken, but still partially on the back. There you go. First button of the day. So next one up is down there in the soil. About 72, 73. Cleared a bit of the top off with my boot. Somewhere down here. A bit further. A bit further. Deeper than I thought. Seems to be near the surface. Oh, hang on. I have a large piece of iron. Well, not that large, but unusually shaped piece of iron. Yeah. And something else. I say it didn't seem like a particularly irony signal. Yep. So, on top of the iron was what looks like a thin, copper coin of some description, size of a penny but quite thin, so maybe an old one. So we had thin copper coin on top of a piece of iron. So looks like the Atrex did a job in picking up the coin, not giving me a big iron signal to seem to pick it up quite well. There we go. So next signal was from down there. It was ringing in about 60-ish. It was a bit faint, a bit scratchy. Nearly didn't dig it, but decided I would. Was quite close to the surface, but on its side, so it took a little bit of pinpointing. And when I picked it out, I thought it was just a little piece of sort of scrap coppery stuff because of a green tinge to it. But when I got it out and cleaned it off a little bit, what I found was we have some form of, I don't know, clothespin or brooch or something that is an acorn in the centre and an oak leaf on either side. So you can see on the back here we have a little sort of hook. So that's what makes me think maybe it's a clothes pin or something like that. But yeah, first artifact of the day. I'm going to guess at sort of Victorian or Georgian, maybe a little bit older, but it's quite thin, so I'm thinking around that age. But yeah, nice decorative little artifact. Pleased with that. See the edge right here? So rounded button coin maybe. Look. And it would appear to be a bit concave, so I'm going to guess button, but there's no shank on it. Could be a very small bent shaped copper coin. I go, unless I can ID something off it. Feels to be a little bit of a middly bit there, a little bit of an indentation, so I'm going to say button. Small button. Another one. And the first item that isn't a piece of trash, or hardly very exciting, is a small coppery button. And next one is down here somewhere, in about mid 30s. Just see the edge of what I think it is. It's almost surface found. Just here. I don't know if that's a coin or a ring thing. It's a ring thing. I think that's nothing more than just a ring from a, I don't know, end of a tarpaulin, something like that. And next up is a livery button. Was fairly close to the surface, ringing in 25, 26. Bit bad, but more or less can distinguish its livery button. So the next one has popped out of this hole. I think I can more or less just make it out there. Work out the rounded edge of something that looks like it could be a coin, maybe another button. Just about here. See the green of something. Yeah, that's not a coin. It's an oval. It's got a pattern on it. Interesting. Find of the day in the absence of much else today so far. What on earth is that? I won't try and clean that up too much in the field. Don't want to spoil anything, but definitely see that's got a pattern on it. Brooch or something? Anyone, any ideas, please put in the comments. But yeah, interesting.